You're watching TVR TV, the home of Team Dobson Racing.
Past 7, it's world final day. We're in the van. We've got to do a work shift first before we go through to Bradford. I don't know if you can see on the video, but obviously I can't touch it because it is set in place. Good start to the morning. It's already started off a bit damp and wet, and as you can see, my wipers aren't going. Not the best of starts. Let's hope that's not an omen for the rest of the day. Get to work and we'll have a look at them, see whether we can fettle them. But yeah, daily commute, bacon sarnie, see how it goes. Oh, fix wipers, see how it goes. See. Mad runabout, managed to fix it. Yay! Absolutely wedge solid. Lucky we didn't burn motor out. Happy days. That's us done. 12:38 is just loaded up, done and dusted. We're going to go on his way to Bradford. We just need to stop off at a petrol station to get some petrol for the kart. Other than that, we're all good, I think. Car's meeting us there. Get in, drop the goodie bags off, and then start chilling out as best we can. Let's see what happens. Still dry at the moment. Need to get a steering wheel on, and then we'll go from there. But I'm about to drive now, so see you there. So we're here, the queue into the pits as always. So the question is, can we actually do anything today in a big race? So in the 3 years we've raced, which celebration wise it's actually 3 years today. 3 years today. In the 3 years we've raced, we've been 2nd row in the British, 4th row in the British, nowhere first year in Gold Roof because we were struggling a bit, so we ended up near back, but we got in it. We ended up 4th row in the Gold Top last year, and we're 4th row in the Gold Top this year, and we have finished a grand total of 1 race. So there's your problem really. First stage today is probably trying to just finish the race. So we've always, like I said, we've always qualified good, so that is a positive that we do take into every meeting. But we've never really finished good, unfortunately. So we will see what happens today. On that note, I'm gonna get back in queue today. Oh, final day. We're here. We are here. The pits are full already. Everyone's busy away. Just need to go get sorted and get checked before getting run over by a stock car. Past scrutineering. Should hope so really, because considering the guy that actually runs it's the one that done my car, it should be illegal, shouldn't it really? So yeah, past scrutineering. Let's have a nice cold drink now. See how today goes. Today. So we all know we like stickers, but one extra sticker we've got today, guys, and we're very proud of it. We've also got an extra to put on our own kart as well, guys. Oh, just a sec. Also, From a serious note to a light-hearted note, a thing that makes everybody smile. From Charlotte's Cupcakes. Look at that. It's like we're all American and a NASCAR team and everything, innit? With our sponsorships. Young'uns are just going down now. And we'll see how it goes. Oh, go on. Yes! You're just scared of limelight, aren't you? You know what I think's hilarious? We're all going to be on back of this. He gets to the bottom of the road, puts brakes onto our, we all fall off. None of us can wait.
Get me the road, young one.
Yeah.
To sit down.
I'm shoving you off.
Yeah, he stood next to me.
Best thing about it, they don't even know they're waving it. They're like, who are these? What do these do?
Guess Tom Harris is going.
They're all looking at Jack France going, go on, Sam. It's alright, Lou got through, but he shoved me onto the track. Hey?
Ryan Stewart, Max Gay, Graham Wilson, Chris Thompson, Danny Lowe, Carl Lowe, Graham Willis, Guy Rowley, Paul Gay, and Charlie Palmer. They are the go round.
So the final, we'll try and get a video of it, but that was short and sweet. Well, it weren't short and sweet. We got involved in a big accident after the first lap. Managed to get some repairs done on track and get going again. Dropped a few places due to a bit of damage. The damage sort of fixed itself as such, and the kart started speeding up. Just as we were taking over some places, we got hit big time. That's half at roof. Never quite seen that before. Once again for their second of 3 demonstration runs here on this So yes, we did have to be checked up over in an ambulance. That's just standard practice, but apparently I was knocked out. This is why I think we were alright while we were spinning, but we got hit while upside down. Plenty of damage, apparently concussed from what other people have said when they tipped it back over. We must have done 2 or 3 barrel rolls and then obviously got hit while we were upside down, which is not the most comfortable thing. I can't remember anything other than hitting the wall. And I've certainly got question marks as to why we did, let's face it. Ugh. Wrong way around. So we've been restricted now to just watching for the rest of the night, obviously. I'm sure you've seen the damage by now. It's scary when you're walking around and people say, oh look, that's that number 17 from my jumper. Number 17 that they've just watched barrel roll and get battered. Daz is still running. Daz looks like he's got a bent axle. Cara. That's all we've got left at kart, innit, car? Hey, fuel economy a bit better. And just adding insult to injury, we ran over my Tom Harris model we'd bought today when we were pushing the broken cart back to Heath's for it to go back there. So not only is my car crumpled, my Tom Harris car is also crumpled, but someone's still picked it up and nabbed it. So that were a waste of £7 as well. Sums me day up that really, doesn't it, kid? Gits. But the meeting continues. Junior's just coming back off under the lights. So I'm not going to lie, it didn't go to plan starting with. Oh no, it's raining. Then of course we had... Oh, bloody wipers are broke. Then just as the big race were ready to start, accelerator cable stuck on. Then the big race did start. First lap we get stuck in a pile up. And then of course, let's not forget, a few laps further in, oh, we've crashed. So I guess moral of the story really was, it didn't really go to plan for us. It don't always, does it? I mean, that's the joys of racing. Could have done without aggro and my van on way there as well, but that's just one of them things. Obviously we'd lent a kart, I couldn't really do a lot with it. Finding out the accelerator pedal or the cable was sticking just as we were about to line up and getting towed off a few times was not ideal. But thanks to Mr. Fenton, Kelvin, Alex Butcher and Cara, we all stripped the panels while I was sat in, and we managed to sort out what we thought was the problem, and we were able to start. So that's always a win-win. So we overcome them issues. So yeah, we'd had 2 issues, but we'd overcome them. The race itself, you've probably seen pictures, we looked brilliant lined up, and it really did the formula fantastic. The first corner crash was always going to happen. Luckily we got a bit of repair time. The only problem we had was our exhaust was broken to a degree, and one of our side panels were bent up and the chain was off. Fortunately for me, Charlotte, Gilbank and Tommy sort of jumped on it, literally. Managed to get the chain back on, couldn't really do a lot with the exhaust, managed to jump on the side panel, or one of the other mechanics did, so whoever that was, thank you. On the restart though, unfortunately we found out that the bumper was still sort of touching the actual tyre, and the exhaust certainly wasn't helping. But after a couple of laps it seemed to work itself loose. If you've seen it in video, I said it seemed to speed up. I think the exhaust moved again. I don't know whether it was causing a blockage or something, and obviously we did get tapped again, which caused the bumper to move and free the wheel up, so that was a lot better. After that we started going forward. We'd gone back a few places, but then we started going forward. At the time of the big crash I think we were about 11th, but we had set a, I think, is it the 7th or 8th best time of the night, which, considering it weren't in a kart we knew anything about, was alright. Wasn't at all comfortable in the kart, I'm not going to lie. Very different to mine. I think the previous person, George, said that it weren't the most comfortable kart. Quick enough, feels good, but not the most comfortable. And I think, let's be honest, I think that's half the problem with what happened in his crash. So in the crash, we hit the wall, that's all I can remember, but that's what you do when you crash anyway. You don't tend to remember everything. It wasn't me that said I was knocked out, it's the people that came to me after. But if anything, I'm guessing it's the one that where we were upside down. We're not sat in a seat properly or out like that when you're upside down, are you? And we get hit while we're upside down. Made worse, obviously, because we weren't really in our comfort zone in our kart. I think if that had happened in my kart, it wouldn't have been a problem. I don't think it would have been an issue at all. So to you, Mark Gilbank, who says, oh, if you're going to get knocked out in one of them, you're all right and out else. I think that's what it is, to be honest. I think it's the fact that it weren't our kart. Bloody hell, they're made strong, aren't they? So that's one good thing. The amount of battery they take is unreal. You can see it roof here. It's got gouges in it, it's knackered, don't get me wrong, and it ripped the top part off as well. But they're made strong, so well done to everybody who's ever had hope to do with that in the formula. I'm going to try and keep it as positive as possible, because I have to thank Ian Higgins for lending me a kart. Were it the right idea? I don't know now, because we've now got 2 karts to fix, mine and the rental one. By the time we've done that, I'm not sure we will be able to race, to be honest. So we will have a word with some sponsors and have a bit of soul searching and see, because that's going to be hard work, let's say it that way. But I do have to thank him for it. Much appreciated. I'm not really going to go into crash too much. I don't think it's quite how it were explained to me by a couple of people in pits that didn't really see it. I think when you look at the videos, it's not quite as innocent as it looks. But that's what racing is. It were rough and tumble, and we put a damn good show on. I'm actually quite proud that our part of something that was so good to showcase the formula. Didn't all go to plan all day, but it never does. But the actual formula really showed itself to be something special. And it's about time people realise that these things, although they are small, as my daughter says, they're small and mighty, Dad. And they're not a bad old show. And round Bradford we don't half get some speed going up. So overall disappointing, but it was a good thing to have. Again, we, like I say, we've got to take it in. We knew that we don't normally do good in big races, so that's no shock. But we keep qualifying for them. We've got to Red Roof this season. So we've qualified for British in front few. We've qualified for Gold in front few. We've had some really good positions this year. We've been up there in lap times. We've got to Red. All while being in pretty much an old kind of girl of a kart, which showed when we hit the wall at Cowdenbeath. Wasn't just the damage from that day, but it was overall, it's a little bit spongy. So we're not doing bad, and I think it showed that in Bradford, in a completely different kart that we'd never raced before, that didn't even have the right size steering wheel in or a comfy enough seat, that we still had some good pace and we did really well. So thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you for everybody that made the day. I hope everybody that got the goodie bags enjoyed it. Thank you Stock Karts and Teng Tools and everybody that had something to do with it. It's going to be a bit tough now. We ain't going to be able to get racing again this year, I don't think, but we will see where we are for next year. Basically, let's see where these bills are. But thank you everybody for watching. On other news, obviously the Nuns announced their retirement. I've only been in racing 3 years, but it's quite clear how important the Nuns are in this particular one. It's such a shame to see them go. Always willing to try and help you, and they are a joy to watch. Even when it was frustrating when you couldn't catch them or out like that, but it were always good to follow them through. Learnt a lot following them through here and there and everywhere, especially up at Buxton. So enjoy your retirement, the Nuns. Such a shame. Ethan Pratt, I don't think you're going to be racing as much, or always got on with your family and you guys, so a shame to see you, but things move on. We'll have plenty of new ones coming in as well. So on that note, guys, that's the world final vlog. City. Yeah, just on a lighter note now as well, guys, on a happier side, obviously we have to say well done to the Gold Top champion. Well done, Kai Padgett. You've been racing really well all year, mate. You're one of the 2 or 3 people that if they'd have won it, genuinely deserved it. So in a race like that, it can be anybody's, but it's always nice when it genuinely goes to someone who does deserve it. Well done, guys. Well done. Just on one bit more of a sombre note as well, it were a shame to hear at Bradford that Kay Fitton had passed away. I'm not going to pretend we knew her really well, but the first set of overalls that we ever bought, me, and the first set of overalls we ever bought, our Chloe, were both custom made by NFR. Obviously, we've always we pitted for the Gilbanks, and we came across them a few times, and they did that for us, and she were always dead friendly. And they played a blinder for them overalls. Not gonna lie, to be honest, them overalls are still like brand new, and every other pair of fancy overalls I've bought since haven't lasted 2 minutes. But yeah, that's something, and that was a shame to hear. So thoughts with you guys as well. See ya.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, thanks for watching TDR TV, guys. See you all soon. Civi.